Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of Road to Chaos Root Abyss. So, last episode we tried to do Chaos Pierre and we failed miserably, but this episode we have the privilege of killing him for the first time. So, it's pretty awesome. But anyways, I'll talk about that more later. We will have the full clips of it happening. Anyways, I'm throwing these clips in here. I made a couple trades for equipment upgrade, but you won't see, you'll see me obtaining these items. This is actually supposed to be at the end of the video, but I decided to throw it in the beginning. So the first trade was a 15% hit shoulder that already passed by, but I got it. It's a really good shoulder. And this is the second trade I did with this paladin, and she's giving me an 18% reinforced ring, and I'm giving her a 15% strength ring. So mine's is 3 slots landed, hers is 18%, and honestly this is like the best thing that could have happened, because I was just putting it in my store and trying to trade it, and she actually came up to me and wanted to trade it because I was actually looking for an int ring, so she got me that one. So that was like the best case scenario, so I'm really happy I got that ring. But anyways, the next few clips that are coming up will be clips of me doing some royal face, and then after that we're gonna have a little bit of training, and I'll try to make the training as short as possible since I realize, you know, it's a little bit boring. And after all those training clips we'll have some bossing clips. So in this episode we took down Chaos Pierre, and I'll talk more about the strategies that we used when those clips are actually playing, but we also attempted Chaos Queen. And I don't want to spoil it, but I'll just explain it right now. We technically don't kill Queen. The reason why we killed Queen was because we had a godly person in our party, and he's not usually in our party, so he's really technically the guy that killed the Queen for us. So technically we didn't kill her, but at the same time she did get killed and we did get the drops. So yeah. But anyways, in this video there will be 3 equip showcases where I'm just flashing through the equips. This is the first equip showcase, which is actually supposed to be the last equip showcase. As I said, I got those 2 new equips, those 2 trades going in. I got those like at the end of the video, but I wanted to throw it in the beginning. So that's my ending range, is like 710k buffed. But yeah. Over here, we're going to go ahead and do some royal face. The first one was a disappointment, but the second coupon is something that I actually like. It's cartoon face. It's not like, you know, it's not that good, but I was like, okay, I'm not going to waste that much NX. This is fine. And, yeah. So I know the hair doesn't look that good, but again, this is old footage, and during the time of this recording there was nothing good in royal hair, so I was just like, okay, fine. And also during the time of this recording I was pretty pressed on money, so I didn't want to spend too much on royal face or royal hair, so I got it and I went with it. So yeah, we do some training, and the training was, you know, it's the same old same old. Still happy that I can set the mist and blow them up. Like you can see when there's a juicy mob that goes over, I blow it up, and yeah, it just makes training a little bit more fun. But the one thing that annoyed me were the disconnections, and believe me, I got disconnected a lot, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But yeah, during the time that I was training here, I also I was training with my friends on a Skype call, so that was pretty cool. And over here I mine something, I find a random cube and I use it. So you can tell the potential on my hat is still not spectacular or anything, but I'm working on it. But yeah, I do get to train with some friends as well as go on a Skype call. So over here I'm training with Prince 2, who's doing some pretty intense damage over there. So yeah. And he's really the person who inspired me to play the Fire Poison Mage, or really, I guess, I more or less I kind of bandwagoned it, but he was like really powerful, so I was like, okay, I kind of want to play this character. So yeah, I'm really happy I made that decision because this character is so fun. I also get to train with Melvin Hesitation, that's his name, up there, the Cannoneer. Pretty good training. He's amazing at training because obviously he's a Cannoneer. But yeah, you can see this is the old bazooka. This is when he's using a laser, so you can tell this is recording before the Cannoneer update and after the red update. Anyways, we're getting to the parts where the training is over, all the royal hair, all the trades are over, and again another equip showcase right before we dive into the bossing. And this is, as you can see, there's the absolute shoulder. I'm not actually wearing the 15% shoulder that I got. This is, once again, before I got the 15% shoulder. But it doesn't matter that much. We still kind of suck. But the technique that we use, as you saw, I just hit that damage cap over there, just barely hitting the cap. So it just looks so good. But the techniques that we use to kill, as you can see, 16 minutes in, we just got it to split. That means we took 4 minutes to get it down there. And I was lagging badly, but you can see I'm here. Basically, as you saw in the chat, they're both paralyzed, or you can see they're both poisoned, not paralyzed. They're both poisoned. I basically used damage over time, poisoned them, got them down to exactly 1 HP. And after getting them down to exactly 1 HP, I hit them both at the same time, and they both died. Because again, this is old Pierre, so basically old Pierre, you have to kill them both at the exact same time, otherwise you fail the run. Sadly, we don't get any drops, but like I wasn't really disappointed. I was actually really happy that we got to kill it, and I was also even more happy that I got to record the first kill. So that was just amazing. So just to talk about a few of our party members, we have Steven there. His name is Spectre. He bought that IGN, so it's a pretty cool IGN. Spectre. He's a godly phantom. Like he's really strong. And we also have other people. There's Xenontic. His name is James, and James is, yeah, he came from a different server during the world transfer, which is pretty cool. But yeah, he came to Windia to join us, so yeah, that's pretty awesome. So this is our Chaos Queen run, and just to talk a little bit about Chaos Queen, as you can see, there's a mirror over there, and I'm scrubbing out, and I got killed by the mirror. The thing is, we didn't, there are a couple things we didn't realize about the mirror, and we thought that the queen heals because of the hearts, so we tried to tank all the hearts. We would just run into the hearts and blow them all up. But little did we know the reason for why queen heals is because you get sucked in by the mirror, mirror kills you, and she heals. So technically we do have enough DPS to take her down, but we just didn't know how to queen. So yeah, that's really what led to our difficulty with queen. Eventually we do take her down multiple times, but I have to say that's all due to I guess those are cheating runs. Basically what I mean by cheating runs is we take her down because she freezes and she glitches. So basically you see that mode, I'll destroy you all. There are times when she uses I'll destroy you all mode and she just freezes. So she just glitches up for like 10 minutes and she doesn't move at all. She's just standing there. And that's really where you can, well, just as people say during the DPS charts, they say it has to be ideal conditions for the DPS charts to apply. This is one of those conditions where she's just standing and everybody can attack. So during those times, we can just go off and attack her. So that's really our only way to kill her. Because as you can see, the clock's got like 15 minutes and we barely put a scratch on her. So, yeah, we're pretty bad at this. I have to say, I attack into damage reflect. I didn't know how to do queen, and plus I got really up close and personal when she did I'll destroy you all, so basically she just kills me on the spot. So yeah, it's pretty bad. But she was also pretty glitchy. Like you'll see later on, she starts moving while she's doing that sucking attack. So yeah, I think the reason why we scrubbed out so many times was simply because of that mirror. The mirror really screws us up. But if you just saw there, Steven's Arrow Blaster turret killed the mirror. So he's actually really strong. His turret can kill the mirror in just a little bit of time. So yeah, thankfully he set the turret over there, which saved our asses. But yeah, what I have to say about Steven, he's like really strong. Even now, he's really strong. He's got 2 mil range, and if you go onto his YouTube channel, I'm not trying to advertise him or anything, but you go on, you see he can kill Magnus like really fast. So he's obviously really strong, but during this time, none of us knew how to do Chaos Queen, and we scrubbed out. So that was the last run. This is a different run. As you can see, we're 17 minutes in, and the Queen's almost halfway down. And in this run, there's a certain someone in the party with us who takes the queen down, all the way down. His name is Dan, DCX999. If you see him, he's the Mercedes. He's amazingly godly, and like even before the damage cap was increased, like if you just saw that there, the queen was like moving and glitching up. So she is pretty glitchy. And she's doing it again. So that's really the reason why she visual glitches, and that's why during the I destroy you all moments she can glitch up and just freeze. So that's really what we depend on to kill her. But yeah, the reason why this run went differently is because DCX999, he knew that the mirror will heal her, so whenever he saw a mirror he immediately destroyed it. And that's what led to our run's success, and obviously because of his massive DPS. Like even before, when the damage cap was only 1 mil, he was always doing the massive amounts of damage that like, you know, the top players did. So he's always like on the top of the game. So yeah, a couple things I learned about Queen because of these runs. First of all, I learned to carry all cure potions because she locks you up, and that's always a bad thing. And also I learned other things like when her hand goes up when she's crying, she's about to do damage reflect. So yeah, definitely don't get caught in that, right? But yeah, the run is actually really good, and I just want to talk about one of my fellow bossers. He's in the party. He actually, you know, he jumps around on the screen a lot. He's a Xenon. His name's Xenon Tick. He's on the right side right now, being dead. He's just reviving right now. Xenon Tick came from the YMCK server. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it's YMCK. So I'm just gonna call it Yamik. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. But he came from the Yamik server, and basically how we met is we basically talk on Basil Market, and a lot of the times I do a lot of merchanting help with people on Basil Market. I still do that, but you know, now I'm obviously more busy than I used to be. And over there I just avoided damage reflect because I learned a little bit more about Queen. But yeah, Yamik, he came from there. It's a really small server, I guess, but he came to Windia. He wanted to merch because we always talk about merchanting every single day in Basil Market. I'll get a private message from him, so we talked a lot about merchanting. He came to Yamik, and basically it was a disaster. He hated Windia. The server was much more different. There was a lot more rich people. It was harder to control the economy, and he just hated it. So eventually, like, I tried to encourage him several times to keep on merchanting. He hated it, and he basically said, fuck this, I want to start bossing to make money. So I made a deal with him. I told him, you fund your Xenon, I'll fund my Fire Poison Mage, and we'll boss together, and we'll kill every single boss in the game. So during this series, you will see a lot of James. He'll be in most of my parties. He'll be killing the bosses with me, and he's really, you know, officially my bossing partner. As for the other people, they eventually do split off into their own groups and their own bossing parties because they realize, you know, as time gets stronger, they get, as time passes, they do get stronger. So yeah, but James and I stuck it out together, so that's pretty good. But anyways, we're coming to the end of this video. As you see, I did speed up the clips just a little bit. So yeah, I do have low FPS, which means frames per second, because my computer isn't that good. So if I record it in normal time, as you just saw, the first half of the run was in normal time, it's pretty laggy. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about Queen here. First thing to note, bring all cure potions, because that's an obvious. Second thing, pet heal does help you, so if you have pet heal, that's good. But we're gonna talk about Queen. Right now she's in the mode where she's in damage reflect. You can see she's crying, and her mode is called Feel My Pain, and she just switched modes. I'm gonna continue talking about Feel My Pain mode. Basically, the only time she uses damage reflect is when her hands come up and she's crying. Anyways, this is the next mode, and also note she can use damage reflect more than once during that mode. The next mode is I'll Be Your Opponent, which is her seductive mode. You can see she's got hearts out and she's winking. So during this mode, a lot of hearts come out. You don't have to worry too much about the hearts. The hearts are only there to knock you around and give you damage. All you need to know about this mode is have your all cure potions ready, because she'll lock you, and if she locks you, you can't use your skills, and if you can't use your skills and she summons a mirror, the mirror is going to kill you. So just have your all cures ready and kill the mirror instantly. That's the first thing you need to know. The mirror will heal her, so kill the mirror instantly. Next mode is I'll Destroy You All over there. She sucks you in. We call that mode Sucky Sucky. It's really glitchy, and that's the reason why you see that she's got that little pit over there. That's just supposed to screw you up. One thing to note about this mode is don't get too close to her, because if you get too close, she'll surprise you. Her claws can inflict damage. She'll inflict some status ailments. For example, she can key reverse you. So if you're trying to run away from her, you're running to the left side, but you're actually going to the right side. It'll really screw you over, so don't get too close to her. That's all I can say about that mode. So there's one other mode called Two Ashes, and this is the mode that she's in default. This is the mode that she starts in. And Two Ashes, all you need to know is have your potions ready. If you have pet heal, that's nice. So yeah, over there I get hit by damage reflect because I didn't know that she could DR a second time. So always keep that in mind. Other things to note, when she's in damage reflect mode, she can zombify you, and if you get zombified, basically you can't use potions. So you're basically, at that mode, you gotta run away. And if you get hit a single time, or if one of your party members is on fire and they burn you, you're dead. So always good to have a bishop in hand, because a bishop's dispel can save your life. But yeah, Those are the 4 modes of Queen. One thing that's good about Queen is the fact that she's very straightforward. You see over there, I get locked and there's a mirror. If Dan wasn't there, I would have died. So yeah, the Queen is very straightforward. She doesn't change ever. She's always in the same mode. She's always like not in the same mode, but she's always in this like same. Basically, even when she first starts the fight, she doesn't get any more difficult. That's what I'm saying. Bosses, like other bosses, the more damage you do, like Hard Magnus, the more difficult they get. So that's the good thing about Queen. Very straightforward. Only 4 modes. Learn the 4 modes, and you can basically take her down if you have the good enough DPS. So we kill her here, and we get some drops, which are always awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the commentary here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will have the next episode up, I guess, in a week or so. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.